Hey Nicole, my name is Panyia, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you guys can do today to help bring in more customer to your business and have them be able to find you guys online if they don't really know who you guys are. And I also want to apologize in advance if you hear any barking in the background. That is my puppy. So most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, it's simple. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are too busy running their own business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hire someone is that they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. So I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of these local business owners raising their hands and saying, "I like you, Panyia, come do this for us." So if by the end of this video you like what you heard and you see that I have a lot of tricks on my sleeve that can help with your business, shoot me an email or call and we can definitely chat. Or if by the end of this video you simply want to take these information and do them yourself, that works for me as well. So now, let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to go over is content. So everything you see me highlighting here, all of these are considered content. And content is basically what Google uses in order to understand what it is that you guys do and the service you guys provide in order to drive the right traffic to your website. And many business owners know that they need content. However, what they don't know is that the average length of the #1 result on Google for construction company is at least 1,500 to 2,400 words. So for you to show up at the top of Google, you need at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords. And when we talk about content, it's not just what's on the surface of your website, but also what's behind it. For example, if we save this photo right here, we can see that this is what it's saved as, and this is actually what Google is reading. And from the looks of it, it doesn't look like you guys are including any of the keywords that people are searching onto Google hidden into your images. So this is definitely something I would recommend you guys to do to help with your content. And then the next thing I did was I copy and paste all of your content to this word counter. And as we can see, you guys have about 995 words on your homepage, which is not so far off from the 1,500 words. So we definitely want to go in and add in more content. That way you guys reach the minimum of 1,500 words, as well as possibly adding even more content to beat out your competitors online. And then the next thing I did was I went to this tool I use called Eras. This is a super cool tool to use because it lets me see behind the scene of what is happening behind a website. So when I put your website into this tool, we can see here that you guys are ranking for 32 keywords, and that's driving a total of 45 in traffic. And if we look at the keywords you guys are ranking for, you can see that you're ranking for your name, and it looks like you guys are ranking for some buyer intent keywords like general contractor Fresno, California, home remodeling Fresno, California, patio cover Fresno. These are definitely great keywords to be ranking for. However, it doesn't look like you guys are ranking first for these keywords. So we definitely want to go in and help you guys rank for these buyer intent keywords. And from the looks of it, it does look like you guys are including keywords from your competitors. So using your competitor's name, which is definitely a good tactic to use. And if we take a look at one of your competitors, Delirio Construction, and I did see on your list that you guys also have their name in there. We can see here that they have about 168 keywords, and that's driving in a total of 185 in traffic. So we look at the keywords they're ranking for. We can see that a lot of the keywords that they're ranking for are buyer intent keywords. And so that include bathroom remodel Fresno, remodeling contractor Fresno, kitchen remodel Fresno, because these keywords itself is driving in a total of 150, 50, and 90 in search volume, to which you guys are missing out on because you guys are not ranking for these type of keywords. So we definitely want to go in and start including these type of keywords. That way you're able to drive in these type of traffic into your website, which could potentially become leads for your business. And then the next thing I want to talk about is citation. So I went to Google and typed in kitchen remodeling Fresno, California. Usually the first thing we're going to see is the sponsor and ad section. This is usually the section where businesses are paying Google to be up on. However, study does show that ads are only semi-effective and can definitely become a money pit if the ads are effective. And then this area is where citation matter most. So this area is called the Google Map Hack or the maps. This is where 40% of your traffic will come from. And in order to get into the top 3 of the maps, you need citation. And citation is basically your business name, address, and phone number listed through various directories such as Yelp, Yellowbook, Whitebook, local pages, and even Facebook have an area where you can submit citation. So the more citation you have, the more relevant you are to Google, and the more likely Google will push you to the top 3 of the maps. And then this is the third and last thing I want to talk about. So this area is the organic section. This is where 60% of your traffic will come from. And in order to get here, you need authority. And how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is one website linking to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, but in Google eyes, this is passing authority. So the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. However, not all links are created equally. So let me give you an example. So since one of the service you provide is kitchen remodeling, if you have another website that also provides that service linking back to you, that will be more effective in giving you authority than, let's say, Pizza Hut linking back to you guys. Because hey, you guys don't sell pizza for a living, right? So that would not be so good for your website. And if we go back to this tool, we can see here that you guys have about 400 backlinks going back to your website. And if we look at them, we can see that you guys have a couple spam link going back to your website. These are basically the Pizza Hut link that you do not want for your website, because having too much spam link can really tank your ranking on Google. So we definitely want to go in and remove the spam link and get you guys more powerful and relevant links for your website. And then if we take a look at your competitors, we can see here that they have about 2.3K in backlinks, and something that we can definitely do is we can actually take all of the good links that they have and go after them for your own website, as well as adding even more powerful and relevant links for your website to beat out your competitors. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Once again, we went over content, making sure your front page have at least 1,500 words. Citation, you want to have more citation than your competitor to beat them and get pushed to the top of the map. And then backlinks, you need more relevant site pointing back to you guys to show Google that you are the authority. And if you implement these strategies today, you can definitely be #1 across Google. And yeah, Nicole, you guys can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call at 916-382-2906. Once again, my name is Panyia, and my number is 916-382-2906. If not, no worries, but I will love some feedback on this video. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day.